Perfect Sunday afternoon, and in the Steel City, those are reserved for one thing, football, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the San Francisco. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Well, Charles, September is here. The 2023 season just about to get started. So many storylines to pay attention to. What are you most keeping an eye on as the start of the season moves closer?
Well, partner, I'm glad you asked because we're going to start, obviously, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. That's a huge story. How about Kansas City? Could they win their third title in 5 years? We know some teams are trying to get there. Buffalo, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, San Francisco, all should contend. And how about some of those sleeper teams? I think the Chargers of Pittsburgh in the AFC, Carolina, Detroit in the NFC. It's going to be an exciting season.
Throwing first play is Pickett. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Pickett to throw on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Stiff-armed him. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back. And it'll be 3rd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Purdy off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Play action. Now Purdy. Out to his left. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On first down, Purdy. Flushed out right. This caught by Latu, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Out of the gun, Purdy. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Harris starts the drive on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Off play action, Pickett. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Purdy looking to throw. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Connects with Kittle underneath. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Purdy from the gun. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on fourth down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing here, Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy will set up to throw it here. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
What's up, man?
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up that 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've got to run out of your running plays. Fire another one in.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. McLeod now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Rolling to his right. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They go play action here. Purdy. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. To the air on first down with Pickett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Nick Bosa, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. McLeod to return it. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense.
Pickett lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
On first down, Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first and 10, it's Pickett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Looking to throw, Pickett. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, first and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On second down, McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. McCaffrey running up the middle. There's a nice move, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Third down and 1. Pickett. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's McLeod on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Ayuk once again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter. And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead. I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. One final shot for Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in